Before the pandemic, the city of Wuhan was known for two things: 热干面 and live music.
It's the birthplace of Chinese punk. In the 90s, bands like Shengming Zhibing stormed onto the scene with a DIY attitude and unmasked criticism of Chinese society. Wuhan is also home to bands, venues, and record labels who produce everything from shoegaze to metal. But of course, lockdown hit pause on that for a while.
就现在这个情况，可能2-3年都很难恢复这种正常的国际旅行。
On the upside, not having to compete with big-name international acts means more gigs for locals.
然后这2年没有海外乐队，其实就相当于你多了很多演出机会，然后给这些国内的乐队啊、年轻的乐队去分享，然后他们一边可以有更多的演出机会，另外一方面他就可以享受现在这个变大了的观众群。
These opportunities are coming at the perfect time for indie bands in China. TV shows like The Big Band have brought mainstream audiences to previously underground scenes. But growing popularity also comes with more official scrutiny.
So censorship in China operates on scale rather than content. And this was the lifeline that sustained the indie rock scene for like decades.
因为你包括你有一些基础的东西，你的宣传、你的推广，你需要在线上去进行的。你是在这种比较大的平台，比如说在微博呀、在微信啊，你需要做宣发，然后你的售票必须要受这些平台，然后呢，这些平台是受监管的，然后呢，场地呢也是受监管的，就是所以说，就是现在基本上演出都要去通过这个报批这个流程。
你的歌词，甚至你的专辑封面啊，还有你个人形象的那个，它都需要经过审核才能够最终的发行。
As a result, you don't really hear the kind of unequivocal lyrics that Wuhan punk used to be known for.
People everywhere, including in China, tended to look at the indie rock scene as a form of truth-telling. Like it was a form of social critique, or it represented, underheard voices.
Border closures, internet censorship, and market segmentation mean the indie music scene is now bigger than ever and also more insular. Platforms like YouTube and Spotify aren't available in mainland China, but there are plenty of Chinese apps competing for the domestic market.
But there's maybe one crucial difference between the way the indie rock scene looks right now with how it used to look in China. And I think part of that is this absence of any meaningful conversation with international bands or their contemporaries elsewhere. And I think it's been recast as a purely commercial endeavor.
Most of them want to keep it real until times like these you don't hear peep.
Critics say China's scene is divorced from context. For example, last year, Chinese-American artist Wuhan Phoenix called out fellow rappers like Chengdu's Higher Brothers for profiting off black culture without speaking up about anti-black racism.
That said, Chinese artists do still find ways to address social issues obliquely.
Artists everywhere get accused of selling out. That's not unique to China.
What is unique is that underground music is suddenly in the spotlight. Right now, there's an explosion of talent, unprecedented interest from audiences and investors, and growing political pressure and scrutiny on artists.